Okay, now I will explain about my lesson plan, the topic writing process, the material needed, paper and pen. The first lesson plan is warm up. Say hello at the moment in class, greeted and ask the people. The main is greeting when entering and leaving the class is mandatory, so students are not too tense. Introduce yourself. First, introduce yourself. Afraid there are students who do not know. Absent. The main is each class entry must be absent to find out which students are absent in students' parent and to know each student's name. Explain the contract learning. The main is before and explain the lesson first that the teacher will convey to student so student can understand it. When first entering the classroom, each teacher must explain the learning contract that will be done. Explain explanation and should be preferred in writing it. If it is not explained, if it is fair that there will be students who disagree during the lesson and for effectiveness in teaching. Teacher should explain about some writing process, what that prepare, what that make draft, what that revise, what that edit writing, what that publish. And the second lesson plan is teaching content. Teacher give the book each student to learn at home respectively with the title writing process. The main is the student who teacher writing lessons must give books to his student at least one book and then copy and distribute it to each student to study in their respective rooms so that students not only learn in class but also learn at home. The teacher will explain a little about material. Main is before the lesson begins, the teacher explains the material about how to write good, what is the writing process, and how is the composition good in writing. And there may be is they are not understood by students. The teacher must explain the difficult words that may not be understood by students in the book. Even though there are some students who understand, but teachers still need to explain it so that students really understand. And it's easy to do assessments that might be given by the teacher after the lesson is over. The teacher to answer the question asked or answered by his student when they do not understand. The main is before that when there are students who ask the teacher must answer any question first because maybe there are some who do not understand the explanation that the teacher explained. And the third lesson plan is practice. The teacher would give the text of the house like to learn or create a paragraph based material that has been in Gombe school. That is how post will. The main is the teacher certainly give assessment to his student and must answer them to add to their grades and to see the progress of student in learning and to see whether or not student understand and to have recall at school. Before it was teacher will share some of the group. The main is before the assessment is given, the teacher distributes several groups of 4 or 5 people to see cohesiveness among other students. The teacher gives the text to make the story 3 or 5 paragraphs of each of the group. After the groups are distributed, then the teacher gives assessments. One group makes 3 or 5 paragraphs to find out whether the student understands the explanation and is applied by the teacher and to see the development of the mindset of student writing also has many benefits, one of which is the creativity of students in making or developing Student paragraphs can also add new vocabulary and can make paragraph correctly by following the other. The main is a teacher, a student make a paragraph, example, story, or the other. And the teacher will review research written or stories from each of the group in the class. The main is after the assessment given by the teacher, complete students must collect their assessments to the teacher and collect together so that error in writing can be corrected together and can be used as lesson for other students so that when there are more assessments students can be better at making their writing. And the last lesson plan is application. Teacher gives the task will be the last. The main is when the teacher conveys his final assessment for student, student must collect it to the student's final grade, whether it is a group or individual assessment. And when student asks about writing, the teacher must respond well so that student understand and can facilitate the work of student assessments. And when student need teacher assistance, teachers must guide their student well and respond well too. The teacher would be correct all the chores his student. The main is the teacher will definitely correct the mistake of the student assessment so that they are better in making future assessments and if the assessments of students are complete and have been collected and have been well practiced, namely by the task of making paragraph when the teacher will assess each assessment given. Okay, my motivation to student, I will motivate students by freeing my student to create free writing such as making paragraph that must be on the a specific topic and provide complete facilities for writing, example pen, pencil, book, clipboard, and the other. And about my test. That's one about editing writing. I just make this test because I think it's easy to student and they can find out how to write a good and the right to improve the wrong word in writing letters large and small. And test two. I just make this test because I think it's nice to develop a pattern think student and so that they learn to make the work of their own. And test 3 about preparing or determining the topic. I just make this test because I think because of the test 1 and 2 student only learn some of the structure of the process writing and this test 3 student will be more know how stringing sentence to make one paragraph effective by following the composition of the material has been described in the lesson plan on teaching content. That's all from me. Thank you.